heart with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a back body. Oh, it's another one. It's another one.
Hello and welcome to Green Diamond Boxing, powered by iBoxingHub. My name's Aiysha, and just before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, D-Rock. Please check out the clothes on their website and add promo code iBoxingHub24 for 40% discount on all their clothing. Today, my guest is European middleweight champion Tyler Denny. Hi, Tyler. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, yeah. Good, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for joining. I understand you had quite a busy day today.
Yeah, I was meant to be on at 8 but I never got back till 7:15 been at the gym. Grafting, but it'll all be worth it.
No, absolutely, and we'll definitely get onto that later on. I just wanted to start off with you, really, and just your beginnings. So, is that right that you're from Wolverhampton originally? Is that right?
Riyadh Regis, it's not far. It's like between Wolverhampton and Birmingham, really, in between them two.
Nice. And what was like your childhood like? What was it like growing up in that area for you?
It was alright. Like, I suppose with like a lot of people, really, never really had much, but you made do. Do you know what I mean? You made do. And now I look back on like some of the stuff that my mum did for me, like you appreciate it a bit more now than maybe back then. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one of them, really. But we're here now, so I'm happy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So in terms of like sports and boxing, were any of your parents or siblings or anyone else in your family into anything like that, or are you the first in your family to do this?
No, I was the first. I was just pure football, to be honest. Until I got to like 15, then I started boxing. I think I had my first amateur one at 16, but I was just wanted to play football as a kid all the time. I'd probably still prefer football now, but I'm better than football. If I was any good at football, I'd probably be a footballer.
Yeah. So were you not that good at it then, or?
I mean, I was okay, but not to earn a living. I mean, so there's a lot of okay footballers. We have to be special, don't you? I think football is the main sport in the country. So, this way. But I'd happily be a footballer over a boxer now. So it seems like an easier job to me.
But to be honest, like you've said in a previous interview that boxing was actually a hobby of yours, and actually you've got further in it than I think even you thought you would. So isn't it just whatever your hobby is and what you work on, that's the thing that you get furthest in?
Yeah, I suppose so. It was an hobby. I've only been full-time boxing for like 3 years now. I was a plumber. So I was just, I was going to boxing on the night, and I'd get up before work, go for a run, go to work all day, and then train on the night. So it was just an hobby, something I enjoyed doing. And I started doing better and better. And thanks to the sponsorship, I can get full time then. And I think since then, the last 3 years have been the best in my career, and I don't think it's no coincidence.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the amateurs like for you then? How did you find that?
Again, this is the same. It was a hobby. I used to just train Tuesday and a Thursday, and that was it. And I used to fight at light heavyweight, and I'm a middleweight now. So it's just an hobby. I wanted to just turn up, and I'd love to have a fight. Do you know what I mean? So I think in the end, I won my first one, and I lost 3 in a row, and then I won like 10 in a row or something. I think I won 25 and lost 10 in the amateurs, but there's all that like 81 kg light heavyweight. But I just enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed fighting, so that was it really. Until I turned pro, I started taking the diet seriously and stuff. But I just enjoyed doing it as a hobby, so I wasn't that stressed into getting down to a certain weight or whatever.
What was it about fighting that, or what is it about fighting that you love so much?
It's a hard one, man. I'm just competitive, I think. Do you know what I mean? And when, especially competitive, when someone wants to beat you up as well, like I'd like to try and get the upper hand. Like I'm the youngest of 4 as well, so I was fighting with my 2 older brothers and stuff all the time. So I think just the competitive edge. I think that's what it is. Really, that's what drives me as well. Obviously, money as well and stuff now, but I, the money's nice and stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it'd get me out of bed like sometimes to go and train as hard as I want to do. It's more the fact that I'd hate to lose. I mean, that's what gets me up and that's what pushes me in the gym. So it's just competitiveness.
So that's your drive, is that kind of wanting to win constantly?
Right. I don't know if it's wanting to win or more, or then I'd hate to lose. I'm a bit of a sore loser, to be honest. So, I don't know which one's, but I think they work together, don't they?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So looking at your professional resume so far, 19 wins, 2 losses and 3 draws. How would you analyze your career so far?
Good, man. Better than expected, to be honest. I've never had any expectations or even had any ambitions. I just want to win my next fight, and this is where it's got me to. And I just feel like I'm getting better and better. So I've been 3 years a full-time pro now, and I'm in the gym every day, 2-3 times a day. Today, for instance, I just want to get that little bit better, that little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and I'd set goals, just relatively like reasonable goals. Do you know what I mean? Loads of short-term goals, and it's coming out with a long-term effect. So, for instance, I want to beat my time on the track. I've got track tomorrow. I hate, by the way, but I've got track tomorrow, so hopefully I can set another personal best or something on it then, and just take every day by day, and it leads me to where I've got to now, European title. So I'm buzzing.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Just reading the comments, Raz put there a word on the sad news that Callum Simpson's little sister passed away. That's really sad. I didn't know about that, but yeah, thoughts and prayers to Callum and his family for that. Thanks for letting us know about that, Raz.
In that as well before. I'm not sure what's happened, but condolences to the whole family, man. It's a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. And big up to everyone who's in the chat and on the comments, and thank you so much for joining and watching us today. So I wanted to ask you about, obviously, your last fight that you had, Felix Cash. A lot of people have commented on the fact that you were the underdog in that fight. Even things like what Felix was talking about, you being a warm-up fight for him. He's got bigger things coming after you. So when your opponents say things like that, clearly overlooking you as a fighter, how does that make you feel?
I'm kind of not used to the way he was really, but I've been the underdog for my fights, I think. So I don't really take no notice, and it just makes it a bit sweeter when you're talking all that smack talk and that, and then you get to, you settle it out in the ring. You can talk all that, but in my head, I was thinking I'm going to punish him on the Saturday on the fight anyway, so he can talk what he wants to talk, and I was confident, man, and I went out and put it on him from round 1. Really, I think he probably won the first round. That's it, and then lost every single one. Then, and I don't think he was going to last 12 rounds. So, when his ego and his pride must be hurt now. Like he probably would be anyway, whether he talks all that or not. But like, I think that's made it a lot harder for him, and I'm not sure we'll see him again. I'm not sure. I hope we do in a way, because I think he's a talented fighter, right life and stuff. I think when you're talking all that talk, it's a big drop in it to fall. And he never gave me any credit. Also, he was just saying I'm no good on this level, and he's got beat up by me. So what does that make him then? Do you know what I mean? Whereas I try and praise everyone up. So I think like it's better for me. There's no point me saying, for instance, if I started saying like Hamza Sheeraz is no good, whatever. I'd beat Hamza, then I've not beat anyone any good, have I? So I'd like to say, Hamza Sheeraz is this is meant to be that. So when I beat him, people have to give me what they're talking about that guy. They have to talk about me. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You obviously won that fight with Felix Cash. Was put down to a cut due to an accidental head clash. Is that what actually happened? Was there a head clash, or was it due to a punch that you got that cut above his eye?
Even before the refs give the decision, I think on the replays they were showing the punch that done it. So that was a bit frustrating, but I'm not greedy. I'm not that spoilt. As long as I get the win, that's the main thing, really. Do you know what I mean? And I got the win, and if I never got that win, I won't be in this next fight now. So I'm just blessed, man. Got the win and move on. Whether it's a knockout or points, it makes no difference to me.
Yeah. How frustrating is that though? Because I think something like that's happened before. Obviously, you had the fight with River twice. The first time you were really unhappy with that result of it being a draw. So you feel like it feels like you've been a bit kind of hard done by a few times already.
Yeah,
How is that
I
for
don't know. I
you?
was, the River one, I was mega fuming because
Yeah.
he was talking a load of shit as well that first one. Do you know what I mean? And we got on there with friends now. Do you know what I mean? But he was talking so much before, and that one. That one hurt me. That one did, and I was thinking, I'm not even sure I want to do this anymore because I'm feeling like I'm getting stick. But you know, I carried on. We had to wait again. I think that was November. I had to wait till June for the rematch as well. Then, so it's long. But yeah, it's frustrating, especially when there's like, I don't know, like there's TV cameras and stuff as well. I know they can't physically use them, but maybe that should be a talking point for instance like that. Do you know what I mean? A bit of VAR or something. Because, but I wanted to change it now because I think everything happens for a reason. Do you know what I mean? And for instance, if I would have got that win against River, I don't know what I'd be doing next because I had to wait 7 months for then. That was on a Channel 5 show, Mick Hennessy. Then Mick Hennessy lost Channel 5, so the rematch was on Sky Sports then, and I've been with Sky since. So I try and look at it on a positive note, really, now. Otherwise, I'd just sit here.
How do you get into that right mental frame to kind of carry on going? Because you said you wanted to potentially like just drop it after that first time that you fought with River. Like, how did you convince yourself? What kind of things were you saying to yourself, or what were you thinking to get yourself in the right mental state to continue?
Time's a healer, isn't it? Time's a healer, and as much as you're fuming, it's like at that point you quit boxing and you're back in the day job. Do you know what I mean? So instantly after the was fuming, I don't do this, and then you calm down a bit really, and you think, well, if you're not doing this, I'm back to changing bathrooms and toilets and stuff. So nah, I'll have another go.
Yeah, absolutely. What other kind of jobs you had before you actually got into boxing full time? Then what things were you doing apart from cleaning toilets, which you just mentioned?
Yeah, I was a plumber, so I was doing kitchens and bathrooms, and I've done that from when I left school. So until that's all I've ever done. Really, I went straight into apprenticeship in plumbing, and then done that. Yeah, that was enough for me. I don't want to go back to that life now. I've had, do you know what I mean? Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes me appreciate that sort of stuff now. But nah, man, them days are done for me.
Yeah, you've had a taste of something else now, so it's kind of like
Flexibility I like now. Do you know what I mean? It's like not stuck into like certain hours in a job. I've got kids. I can drop them off at school, get training and stuff like that. And I enjoy the lifestyle that it brings with it. So you got to keep on willing to do it though. Do you know what I mean? It's all right doing that, but you know you start losing, and then a new kid on the block comes, and you get forgotten about them. I know it works, man. So it's up to me to keep winning.
Absolutely. And so many boxers, you know, they fight, but they might not really earn that much. You know, you have to wait for all your fights to actually earn anything. To be long periods of time, potentially sometimes where they're not earning anything. And if you've got families to feed, then it's a really, really difficult, you know, profession to be in, isn't it? So it's quite expensive as well. I think you've mentioned previously that sometimes you can actually be at a loss.
Yeah, I was probably at a loss for the first probably 10 fights of what I was doing. Yeah. I mean, some people, I wouldn't say they drop lucky because they've probably had a better amateur career and they can get signed up and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But reality is like I never. But now I've started earning some dough from the last few fights. But until then, that's why you've got to love it, man. I think if you go into boxing for the money, it's you'll have a shock. You'll have a shock, man. So it is what it is, and it's part and parcel.
Yeah, absolutely. So your next fight is at Wembley Arena. It's the first ever Riyadh season in the UK. You've mentioned several times how it's been a whirlwind experience for you so far. You also mentioned that you went to Wembley Arena, I think, for a football match, and you told your son that you're going to fight there one day, and you said, no, you can't because this is for football, not for boxing. What was his reaction when you told him that you're going to be fighting there?
Well, but Wembley Stadium was on that arena. But it's not when I was at the football match I told him I was going to fight there because I never thought that would be possible. It's only when they told me that's how much it was. when they told me, and I was telling him, and he still can't get his head around it now, to be honest. So,
Wow.
I think you're gonna have to wait and see it really. But it's mental really. I try not to really. I'm not really an overthinker, so I don't
Mhm.
think really. I think it can probably consume you if anything. But I just go with the flow really, and I just embrace it on the day. And it don't get no bigger than that for me. Like Wembley Stadium, and they've made the capacity even bigger, isn't they? So and
Yeah.
they've put us chief support as well. Don't get me wrong. I know it's mainly probably because of Hamza. Then, you know what I mean, but it's up to me to steal the show, man. That's what I'm planning to do. And people are raving on about Hamza, and rightly so. He's looked quality, man. But I'm going in there and script.
Yeah. And I think previously Ra made a comment on here, like, how do you feel that Hamza is quite a favourite with obviously Turkey Al Sheikh, and he's an ambassador for Riyadh season and all of that. Does that make you feel any which way, or you're just kind of ignoring that and just moving forward with your fight?
It's a bit hard to ignore, to be fair. But I feel like you have to put on. You can't just win slightly. Do you know what I mean? So it's better for me that I know where I stand. Really. Do you know what I mean? Not saying that there's any corruption or anything, but I just think if it's a close fight, I'm not going to get it. So it's up to me. I mean, I can't come out that ring, and if it's a close fight, start moaning, "Oh, I never got a decision." Do you know what I mean? It's up to me to not make it a close fight. So I quite like it. I know where I stand really. So I have to knock him out or beat him very convincingly, and that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. Either of them two are doing me as long as I get the win. I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Hakan, thank you so much for your comment as well. Tyler Denny at Wembley Stadium for 96,000 will be a fantastic experience for you.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Thank you, Hakan. It doesn't get no bigger, does it? Like, and I think with Liam Gallagher, then there's on about Oasis and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. People asking me about Oasis. I'm not like a massive Oasis fan or nothing. Do you know what I mean? But it's just the event of it. It's a massive event. And the fights, the whole card. It's a great card. Do you know what I mean? Like before, all the fights would have been main events. Do you know what I mean? A couple of years ago. So and you have it on one card at Wembley Stadium. You can't ask the fans are winning, didn't they?
Yeah, it's huge, really, really huge. So you're obviously fighting Hamza Sheeraz, who's a much taller opponent. However, you're quite good at like closing the gap and fighting on the inside. What other difficulties do you think that Hamza might bring, apart from obviously his left hand, which is, people say, just as powerful as his right, as he's left-handed but fights orthodox? What other difficulties do you think Hamza might bring to the fight for you?
I'll find out. I think I'll find out. A bit of sparring, but sparring. So, but I've fought tall people before. Rivers tall, Bradley Ray was tall. Do you know what I mean? But Hamza's. It's not just about being tall. He's going to think, and he's on another level to them guys. Do you know what I mean? He's shown that. So, I'm just that confident. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm really confident I'm going to get the win. I'm going to break him down and get the win. I train too hard not to, man. If you train how hard I train and you're not confident, you might as well pack it in. As soon as I offered about this fight, I was like, yeah, straight away. I was buzzing, and I was hoping. You never quite know what happens. You hear some rumors or some fights never come off, and to get over the line, we're only like not even 3 weeks out, so I'm pretty sure it's happening now. Do you know what I mean? I'm just buzzing, man. I'm gonna find a way somehow.
Absolutely. So I watched something where Hamza said, obviously he's training in America. He said it's very different over there, that they eat, sleep and breathe boxing like 24/7. There isn't like you go to the gym, then you go home and you just chill. What about your routine? Do you think that your routine matches something like that you're eating, sleeping, breathing, boxing? Or do you think that it is like, I go to the gym, I do my training, go home and chill? How is it for you?
My life's the same, really. That's all I do. Everything works around the gym. Everything. I got 4 kids, but they second. Do you know what I mean? So, while I'm in camp, it's one of them. It's one of them things. Do you know what I mean? It's the gym, and that's what I come back home. rest. I normally have a daytime nap, to be honest, and then get train again, pick the kids up from school, then train again. It's one of them. Each day, I'm not going to say what he's doing is great or rubbish or whatever. That's up to him. But I'm more than happy with what I do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got some comments as well from Rico. Rico, were you asking why Tyler's bad at golf? I think I read that. Why is Tyler so bad at golf? It's a very weird question.
Well, I am tough. Listen, I'm not claimed to be a golfer for one. Do you know what I mean? Out there, but I am tough. I've done some golf the other day, and I was so bad. And it's got video, so I'm gonna come out as well. So I agreed to put it out because there's some real embarrassing stuff there. I don't want it out, to be fair.
Sean Paul, I hear that you were in contact with him. He might be walking you out. Any update on that for us?
Yeah, he said he'll do it, to be fair.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to happen there because we put it forward to whoever we've got to put it forward to, and then I heard nothing back. Do you know what I mean? So we've asked him a few times, and then I never heard nothing back. When it was a shame, really, because he responded, sent up for it. It would have been sick, man, at Wembley, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But next time I'm going to win this one anyway, so there'll be another opportunity.
BNG's asking, Tyler, are you on a strict diet during camp?
Yeah, that's the worst part of camp. That's dieting. Strict diet from, I don't know, morning porridge and eggs, bit of berry, chicken and rice, salmon. I think everyone kind of knows what to eat. Just doing it is a thing. Do you know what I mean? And especially after so many weeks and that, you just think, I don't know. If I had a kebab, I'd probably be sick now because my body's like been that clean on it. But I think you always want what you can't have. Do you know what I mean? If they give it me now, I'd think.
No, absolutely. How do you maintain that? Like with 4 kids in the house who are probably eating whatever they want to eat, how do you maintain that strict diet?
Well, my missus has to hide the stuff from me, to be fair, because the arguments we have at the kids' stuff. Do you know what I mean? So. But even when I cook them some food, I'll cook them a bit extra sometimes, and I hope they want to eat it. Do you know what I mean? But I think as it comes to close, there's a lot of risk in there. So it's just mentally. You're not starving. I think I'm starving. I've got a good nutritionist. You know what I mean? Make sure I eat everything that I need to be eating. But you always want that bit more, maybe a bit of something sweet or something. Do you know what I mean? But I know if I have one biscuit, I'll eat the whole pack. So I stay away.
Yeah, I've heard that some fighters get their partners to also be on the diet with them so that they're not enticed to have any of the kind of stuff they're not supposed to eat, which I think is a bit mean because they're not fighting.
I wouldn't ask that of Margot. She's on it as well, but I wouldn't ask her to do it. She's probably more strict than me. Do you know what I mean? But probably because she's not training as well. I'm training. I mean, I just want to eat more all the time, but she's quite, to be honest, whereas say after the fight and she wants to diet, I'll eat everything I will. So I'm not gonna, I can't say I do the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it must be really hard. Rico saying, no way in hell I'm going on a fighter's diet. Yeah, absolutely. I think it is a difficult thing to do. Would you say that that's the most difficult part of training for a fight, is the diet, or is it the getting up early and going for a run or doing the sparring? What is the most difficult part for you?
For me, it's definitely the diet. You know what I mean? I've got a good nutritionist and stuff, but for the diet, I don't mind running. I quite enjoy running and stuff. Okay. Got my headphones on and stuff. I hate the track. Sparring, I'd spar every day if I could. I like fighting. I like sparring. That bit's fun. You know what I mean? But there's nothing fun about thinking you want to eat an ice cream or chocolate or something and you can't have it. That's where it does it for me. And if I get that hungry, either I live on coffee because when I get hungry, I have a coffee. I'll try and get to bed early, man. Wake up, and then got no reason to go in the kitchen then.
And how many weeks do you have to do that for, that diet? How long does that last before your fight?
Probably about 8-9 weeks or something, really. Yeah.
Wow.
Tough. This is tough, but everyone's the same, and everyone's in the same boat. So it's dedication that if you want to get to. I mean, you could cheat. You could still make the weight, but you've got to get the You know what I mean? There's it's worth it though. And that like weighing day, you feel great, mate. Well, not after the weighing day, you've weighed in, you can go and eat what you want to eat for a bit. Like, do you know what I mean? It's the best.
What's your go-to meal after fights then? Would you?
To be fair, because I weigh in the day before, they're not straight after. I have a Nando's or something straight away. Yeah, so it's not that. You know what I mean? And I have like like an Italian on the night and something, but I have a big list in my head that I want to eat, from Chinese to Indian and whatever. But I've like, you know what I mean? So the week after, I'll get them out. The extra hot chicken as well, definitely, man. After got peri fries, rice, 5 wings. That's my order.
Well, you definitely deserve that after doing that diet for all those weeks. Have you ever fasted before? Like having nothing throughout the day?
Yeah, to be fair, there's a boxer at the gym who's done it. I think he even posted like a 37-hour fast today, and then he was breaking it with 5 eggs and that. But I need to eat, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He does it because he still trains with us and stuff as well. But I feel like me personally, I need to eat for the injury. But I've never tried it, so it's hard to say. I suppose. Yeah. But I'm too much of a foodie to try it, I think.
That's a long time though. 37 hours without anything.
I know. Yeah, nah, it's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah, that sounds a bit torturous to me, to be honest. Like, obviously, as a Muslim, we fast, from sunrise to sunset during Ramadan, and a lot of Muslim boxers do still train during that time, which I don't know how they do that, because you can't have water or anything. So that's, I think, very difficult in itself. But at least you can eat after sunset. You can eat whatever you want. So yeah.
Well, hard to be fair, because I know he fasts, but it's a water fast, so he still drinks water. I know it's 30.
Oh, right, okay. So he has water. Okay, I guess that's a bit better. That's all right, then, not too bad. Right. So I wanted to ask you about. Boxing Guru is saying, can you tell Tyler Denny to say a shout out to Boxing Guru? I'm a big fan, and it would mean a lot.
Shout out to Boxing Guru, man. Big up yourself.
Oh, thanks, Boxing Guru, for joining and for your comment. It's really nice. Rico, how does it feel being signed to the GOAT, Ben Shalom?
Done the wind. Hey, Ben's cool. Listen, man, that boxer have done good for me. Really, they've put me on some good shows. I think at the beginning they're trying to get me beat, but that's the way of the game. Like, all I ask for is opportunity. That's up to me to beat the guys. Do you know what I mean? So, but we're all good, man. We're all good. From Wolverhampton one when they won the European as a boxer show. They lost the bids. Matchroom, the last one, Results World. But they turned up, man, to support me. So, a big up boxer.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Adam. Thank you for joining. And Boxing Guru says, thanks, Tyler. Watch out for my trailer this week. Gonna make it as good as possible. Talking about support as well, you have a lot of fans from the West Midlands area that always come and support you. What kind of message do you have for them, and how does that make you feel, knowing that you've got such a massive crowd behind you?
It's good, man. It's humbling. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to see, and they've travelled with me from when I've been to York Hall from before or something, to Manchester, Coventry, and then it's good that these same people get to come to Wembley Stadium now. It doesn't get no better, and they've followed the journey, and I keep building, get more fans each night. And obviously this one, I don't know how many tickets I've done on this one, because it's all been on Ticketmaster and stuff, but it's nice, man. I've had loads of messages saying I've got my tickets and stuff. So for them, man, that they live and breathe it, like them following up and down the country. So it's a nice reward for them also.
Yeah, that's lovely to have that fan base. Rico saying, do you feel like once you've beat Hamza, you'll be the true face of boxer, like they wanted Okoli to be?
That's it. He's always on the wind-up like this, man.
Yeah, I don't.
People pay me. I can be in the background. I can, you know what I mean. I don't pay me, and that's enough for me.
Right. So I wanted to ask you about the undercard fights on the 21st of September. Your thoughts and your predictions. How you think that those fights are going to end. So if we start off with Mark Chamberlain and Josh Padley, what do you think? or work up the card?
Yeah, I don't know who Josh Bradley is, to be fair, until that press conference.
I think, yeah.
You can't help but be happy for him. He's got an opportunity on a massive stage, you know. But people like me with Hamza, like I think Mark Chamberlain's Turkey Ashik's favourite fighter, he was saying, you know? And you know what, he's been doing the business, so you'd have to give a Chamberlain, wouldn't you? Big guy as well, standing next to him. I thought, but yeah, I said to you, big guy, ain't you, for the weight? I don't know if you think he's a bit out of shape or something. I'm not sure, but he looked like a big guy. So fair play. I'll have to give a Chamberlain.
Boatsi and Hutchinson.
Boatsi. But you know, I like the bit of beef that they've got, man. It's good. Hutchinson and is a loud guy. I was at my gym now. We had Lennox Clark, and Lennox knocked him out at super middleweight. That was for the British title, and Hutchinson was giving him loads of shit on the build up for that, and then Lennox done him. Then Hutchinson moves up to like heavyweight since, and he's done great. So you can't knock him. Do you know what I mean? Great win against Craig Richards. Boatsi, man. Boatsi, I'm going for.
Do you think a stoppage?
Potentially, but I'm not sure. I'd probably say points, but I think they've both got power in them to stop each other. But I fancy Boatsi,
yeah. Liam Smith, Josh Kelly.
That's a tough fight, isn't it? That probably Josh Kelly. If only because you're only as good as your last performance, and Liam Smith would happily say his last performance wasn't good enough. Do you know what I mean, against Eubank? But you know, we're fickle it with because the performance before he smashed Eubank, and everyone's saying, "Wow,
exactly, yeah."
No, it's tough, man. But just because if your last performance, I'd go Josh Kelly. But you know, Liam Smith's got to come up. If he turns up with his first fight, then I'd fancy Liam Smith. But if spots and whatever, if I got to pick, I'll pick Josh.
It depends on the night, though, as well, doesn't it? It just depends on like what mindset that fighter's coming into the fight with. You know, there's good days, there's bad days for fighters as well, just like everyone else. So,
and I think the thing that gained confidence from Liam Smith as well is Kelly struggled against Avanesian. Do you know what I mean? And not that every bad guy, but I think if Liam can walk him down like Avanesian walks him down, which is they've got similar sort of styles, aggressive front foot, and maybe them positive in that way. But we'll see. We'll see what Liam Smith's got left. But like I say, if I got to pick, I'll pick Josh. But if you ask me next week, I might pick Liam. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them fights.
Anthony Kakachi and Josh Warrington.
I pick Kakachi, man. He looked unreal against Cordina. Smashed him up, man, from pillar to post. But Warrington was doing well against Lee Wood until he got caught, and Lee Wood's one of the biggest punchers out there, I think, for the weight. So, but yeah, I pick Kakachi, man, definitely. That's all.
And then obviously your one, we know what your prediction's going to be on that, so there's no point asking that one. AJ Dubois.
I'll pick AJ. Yeah, pick AJ. He looks back to his menacing self. I know the opponents are going in, but I think his whole body language is a bit more aggressive, a lot more aggressive, which is good to see. Do you know what I mean? I feel a bit sorry for him. I'm sure you don't know I'm feeling sorry for him, but he gets that much stick, and for what he's done, do you know what I mean? Like for me, he reignited British boxing. Do you know what I mean? And people just can't wait to give him stick, and it's mental, really. If I could do like 1/10 of what AJ has done in his career, do you know what I mean? Then you'd be buzzing with financially as well. But you know, you can never write Dubois off, can you? And he's looked great as well. His last two fights as well, and he's a big puncher, man. A big puncher. A lot of people say if he gets hit like he was getting used to get over, he's not gonna last. But he wasn't fighting, and so he might not take them same risks. Do you know what I mean? But it's a great fight, isn't it? It's a great fight. It'd be one that you might. They're both massive punchers. And especially in the heavyweight division, more than one punch can change it all. But Benson, I'll pick Joshua.
In terms of yourself, I think people have seen you like as the underdog for quite a few of your fights. Do you think people have finally kind of sat up and are now taking you seriously, or do you think people are still kind of overlooking you a bit?
probably overlooking. I won't say overlook. It's not really overlook. I don't even take offence to it, to be honest, because Hamza has looked amazing. Do you know what I mean? But he's not been fighting me. So that's what it is. If people pick Hamza Sheeraz, I'm not going to hold no grudge against them. If I was a neutral, I'd probably pick Hamza Sheeraz. So it is, do you know what I mean? But I might pick Cash as well against me before, you know what I mean? Just looking from the outside in. But me, I believe in myself, man. My team believe in me, and that's all that I need as a person and as a team. We're super confident we're going to get the job done. Kind of the thing that annoys me is, oh yeah, you got a great opportunity. Like, just go and give it a good try. People said that stuff to me, and that's what does. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm
That's a bit condescending, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, shut up, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't hear that stuff. I'm not going to try. I'm going to win. Do you know what I mean? There's no don't give myself a good account or nothing. I'm going to win. Like, I'd rather box shit and win than box well and lose. I'm a winner, man. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Rico's got another funny one. He says, when you win a world title, who would you rather have play you in a biopic, Idris Elba or me?
None of it. Denzel. No, I've heard his accent. He tried to do the accent before. He was dead. He's got no chance. Man.
Oh dear. He's also saying that 100% overlooking you, bro. That's what makes victory all the sweeter. And I'm sure you experienced that after the Felix Cash fight. So yeah, you know what that feels like.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't take no offence to it. It's just you can be a bit smug when you see the people who say you was going to lose, but you know, it's better for me, to be fair, because a lot of people put a bit of stuff, do you know what I mean? And they'll owe me a few drinks and that afterwards as well. And it's nice to see someone earn a bit of money as well. So I don't know. I think I was like 4-1 or 5-1 last time. So, but the opposite people say, well, you're that odds for a reason because you're going to get smashed up. But we'll see. I'm confident, man. That's all that matters.
Are you a gambling man?
Nah, I'm not a gambling man. You know what I mean? If football's bad enough, I can't even guess a score. So it's not for me.
Well, we'll see how many of the fights actually win, the ones that you predicted today, and we'll see on the 21st of September. Are you quite excited for like the whole kind of production of Riyadh season and fight week and all of that? Is that kind of exciting you?
Yeah, definitely. And like the promos that we've already filled the promos, I was waiting for them to come out and they do it next level. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's hard to describe. Can't really talk about it, what happens and stuff, but it's just going to be next level. Do you know what I mean? I was amazed by it. Like, just like it's proper. Like you feel like you're in Hollywood or something, just on these little promo videos. It's mad, but you know, it's I enjoy it, man. I want to do it again already. So it's up to me to win. And I think everyone's fair in boxing. That's what's a good thing about boxing. As long as you keep winning, you'll get opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, you can be a footballer, be a great footballer, but you can, for one reason or not, get the move that you wanted or something. No one can deny you in boxing as long as you keep winning. They have to get up and take notes. Whether you'll be the underdog again for the next fight, probably. But like I said, I don't mind as long as they're paying me. I'm nice.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to watch this promo now that you've mentioned it. And having seen the other ones for Riyadh season, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. It's like movie trailers now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's one like I don't know, it's like a snatch sort of theme, something when it was Aiysha sort of thing, and that was good, man. I've watched that a few times. Like you say, it's about 5 years. It was like a little film, wasn't it? It was good, really. The 5v5 one. So,
yeah, that was good.
And I don't really know one, to be fair. Like, no one really tells nothing. So I know what my part was, but then I don't know what all of them. So I'm just as much as everyone else.
Wow. That's so exciting, and I can't wait for the fight. I'm really excited for it, as I'm sure everyone watching is as well. If you haven't got your tickets, guys, please try and get your tickets. It's been extended, so hopefully there's some more tickets out there for you guys to buy. Tyler, I want to say a huge thank you for your time. I know you're mega busy. You've got loads going on right now, obviously, leading up to the fight. And I'm just really grateful that you've managed to give us some of your time today. So thank you so much. And thanks for everyone joining, watching, commenting. Please like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Tyler, you're on Instagram, obviously. What's your Insta and any other socials that you're on?
I don't even know. I think it might be Tyler Denny.
Yeah.
Just put Tyler Denny in, hopefully it'll come up.
Yeah, we're linking it underneath this video, so you can just click on the link and follow him on Instagram. Are you on any other socials?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter and that's it really. Facebook though.
Perfect. Guys, follow Tyler's journey and follow us on iBoxingHub. Tyler, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the fight.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, with your bag it up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag it up.